Hello everybody! So today with our Close to My Heart Twisted Sisters, we are going to be throwing together a few of our different stamps that we have, and we are also going to be using one of the brand new SVGs. So to start off, we have to make sure that we can get that image into Design Space. You're going to go to Upload, then drag the file that you got from our Close to My Heart website, and then it will upload into your Design Space. When you do this, you're going to see that it actually has the whole entire sphere and also a triangle that's filled in completely and then an open triangle as well. So what I did was I actually deleted the open triangle, and the one triangle that's filled in, I duplicated it. From there, I placed the triangle where I wanted it on my image, and then I welded the image together to create the base of Spaceship Earth. Once that was completed, we hit Make It. We then sent it to our Cricut, and our Cricut started to cut, which you can see looks really, really cool from this video right here. So after this, our next step was to cut out the Halloween besties, Olivia and Joey. So we used both of them as our prince and princess on this layout. So as you can see, just stamping them in some intense black, I actually did mask Joey's mouth because he was supposed to be a vampire in the Halloween set, but obviously I wanted to make him into a prince. So I just masked out his mouth, and then I'm going to put it back in later on. But using our Spectrum Noir markers, colored them in as if they were Cinderella and Prince Charming, which I think they really did turn out super cute. As you can see here, I did a little bit of blending, but not too much, but just enough that you could see some different contrasts on our stamps here. So once we got those finishing touches on our little princess and prince, we moved on, and we are going to actually put together Spaceship Earth. So using a piece of white daisy and a pencil, I took the Cricut cutout that we had and just marked on the inside of our Spaceship Earth. So that way, when I took my distressed oxides here, I knew exactly how far in I had to go and didn't have to waste any time filling in space that was going to be covered in the end. So I did take a few of our distressed oxides here, made it look like some walkway, some trees, some sky. Not super defined, just wanted to give that background effect, and then I cleaned off my all-purpose mat once I was done. So here I'm actually taking our .03 Pewter journaling pen and creating those little lines in Spaceship Earth that are on the triangles. This gives it a little bit more dimension when it's actually going to be on my layout, as you see here. I did start to put some of these down actually, and then I went back and kind of pulled them up. I decided because when you're looking at Spaceship Earth, it is a sphere, so you do have different dimensions when you're looking at it. So as you're going to see, I'm playing with a lot of these triangles, and I'm actually going to end up going around the entire outside first and gluing those down just with our liquid glue. I'm just finishing up my triangle drawing here. But once we get all that done, I go around with the glue. I'm going to place all of those around the edges, and then I'm going to start with another layer on the inside. This layer I'm putting down now only has the thin 3D foam tape, and then the next layer on the inside is going to have the 3D foam tape. So once I got that, I really liked how the dimension looks, but where do you go from the 3D foam tape? So the next step after that layer was just put down, I started doubling them up. So I put the 3D foam tape down first, and then I took a layer of thin 3D foam tape and put it on top of the 3D foam tape to give it that extra boost up. So now I have the 6 left in the middle. Well, with this, I just doubled up the 3D foam tape twice, and that way, once it was all done and put together, it really did give a more spherical look than it just being flat against our page. And that's really what Spaceship Earth looks like when you actually are at Disney World, so hey, why not? I think it looks pretty cool. So if you look closely at the bottom right corner, you can see that I am working with the 3D foam tape, putting a layer down, taking off the backing, and then putting another layer on top. The nonstick scissors really works well with this part. So now that that last sphere is in there, it's time to put the mouth on our prints and then glue them down as well. Since they are also three-dimensional, I decided to put some thin foam tape on them just to give them a little bit of a pop, but not to kind of make them completely as far out as the inside of the sphere, because hey, you can stand under Spaceship Earth, so it kind of just gave them a little bit of dimension in the background a little bit more on this page. And now for our final look. So you can really see that that middle of the sphere is popped up so much more. You've got the two cuties on the bottom, our prince and princess, and it just really gives a nice look. This would totally be a single page in an album for me, probably with a flip-flap over it, or I would use it as a cover page. But that is our Twisted Sisters. We hope you enjoyed. Make sure you check out the list below for other projects, and we'll see you next time.